Hey Hoopty fans, it's been quite a while since I made a new video, but guess who's back? I'm going to do a quick inventory update, walk around, and then we'll maybe take a closer look at one of these cars. It may be one video, maybe two. We'll see how it goes. First of all though, you know what time it is. Cue my intro. All right, folks, it's been a minute since we've made a video. I wanted to make more videos over winter this time. It just didn't work out that way. It's just hard to get anything done during the winter time. The days are so short, and I just got too much stuff to do. But we're gonna get back on it now. It's spring, it's nice and pretty and sunny outside today, even though it's cold here in West Virginia. But we're gonna do an inventory update, walk around the lot here, and I'm gonna show you what I have, and we're going to talk in a little bit of detail about some of these cars. So let's get to it. The first thing we'll be looking at here is a 2002 Audi A4. Not anything special. I took this car on a trade for one that we financed, and you know, it's just a car. It's going to be cheap. It's pretty nice. Really no issues with it. We fixed a couple little things on it. No big deal. Walking right along here, we have a Mini. Check it out, it's the real deal. I think it's a 1966, if I'm not mistaken. This is not really one that I own. This is Terrence's car, and it's one that he purchased. We actually have two of them. We have this one. This is the nice one. And then there's also one out back that is a parts car. So he wants to make one, definitely, maybe two, working cars out of it. So we'll keep up with that project as he works on it. It is really, really small. Not made for fat people like me. I will never drive this car, I have a feeling. I don't even want to sit in it empty. Over here, you may remember we did a video about this car, so we'll just do this as the update. It looks like a terrible mess right now. It really isn't though. If you knew all the stuff that was in progress here, it is just a lot of things happening. So don't look at it. If you look inside, it's a little bit scary. But it's a really nice little car in really good condition. Mechanically, it's spectacular. My guy Luke is doing a bunch of work right now on the body. As you can see, it's all pretty much ready to go. He started priming some of these parts. It's going to go back to the color it was originally. It wasn't a bad looking color to begin with. As you can see here, I mean, this is dirty, but that's kind of the color it is. It's a really cool color, but the clear coat was terrible, and it was faded, and it was just completely, it just wasn't savable. So here we are. Lots and lots of junk. Super excited about this car though. When it goes back together, I think it's going to be something really special and something cool. These little cars, you know, it's just got a 4-cylinder engine, but man, it runs so good. It'll burn the damn tires off. It's actually a fun, cool little car. And it is a pretty rare car. If you look these cars up, they only made them a couple years in the United States. It is a, okay, make sure I get this right. It's a 1990 Porsche 944 Cabrio SC2. That's a mouthful, but that's what it is. And let's open up the door and see what's out back. I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. So let's see. There's the sun. I am the wheel collector. Lots of junk back here. Need to do a little cleanup out here. Here's the other Mini. It was covered up until we had a terrible windstorm the last 2 days. Now it's exposed out here. This one is not as nice as the other one, and it's completely empty. You see no interior, no motor, no nothing. There was some discussion the other day of maybe getting the frame of a side-by-side and putting this body on it. I don't know. Like I said, this is Taryn's deal, not mine, so I'm not the decision maker on this, but we'll still follow the project. Here, this car. Such a nice car. However, it has not went well. I thought I got the deal of the century on this car when I bought it. It is a BMW 750 Li. And the only thing that was wrong with it when I got it from the auction, if you can see right now, the air suspension in the back is sitting low, like it's leaking. And Taryn has replaced multiple parts. I wish I don't have the key right now, but if you can see inside it at all, the damn thing is like perfect. It's a real shame that this beautiful car is sitting here rotting in my driveway. It is a yard car right now. I actually sold this to somebody and he had it maybe a week and returned it to me with a bad engine. The joys of being in a small business. So it was my fault, of course, from his perspective, and I sold him a piece of junk. From my perspective, when we pulled the data off the car, it was being seriously abused when the engine went, you know, I'm trying to think, I was about to use a curse word, but I want to stop cursing in these videos. So it died a very sudden death, but it was getting the pants drove off of it at the time. So was the car bad? Was it a piece of junk? No. It was not a piece of junk. I'm pretty serious. The way I've run this business is buying things at the auction that I like, and if it doesn't work out, I can keep it. And this car fits that bill. I mean, it's got no issues really. But now what it has is a twin turbo V8 BMW engine that is, you know, a giant paperweight at this point. And if you know anything about BMW engines, you know that's bad. And then when it's a V8 twin turbo, that gets even worse. So there's where it lives. I don't know where to go with that one. Of all the cars that I've sold since we've been in business here, that's the only time that I've been in that kind of situation. And I hope you can still hear me, but it really came down to, with that customer, even though I was right and I could prove it, I probably backed down too easy, but I didn't want to fight. And he had financed the car with me through my bank that we work with now. And, you know, there's no return policy. It's an as-is car. Because of the age of that car, my bank would not put a warranty on it because they know what it costs to fix that car. I mean, that BMW was probably, I mean, in today's terms, a new one like that is probably a $120,000 car. When that one was new, I forget what year it is. I think it's a 15, maybe it's a 14. It's in that range. When that one was new, it was probably still an $85,000, $95,000 car. So it costs a lot to fix. That's why they wouldn't do a warranty on it. But anyway, we undid the loan. I just took it back. The guy actually still owes me money. And, you know, I don't even know if he watches my videos, but he keeps on telling me he's going to pay me. And it's just a live and learn type scenario. I didn't have a ton of money in the car, so it's not like I lost a bunch of money, but I lost enough on it that there's enough bad money in that deal now that I feel like I still have to do something with that car. I can't just scrap it. It's really, really a shame, but I feel like I'm whining now, so let's move on to a happier car. All right, let's move on to the next thing here. Go outside. Don't have a bunch of cars sitting around here, but I got two out here on the street. Got this Tiguan. Hopefully for TV's sake, I'm pronouncing that right. All right, moving on to something a little more happier outside in the beautiful sun here. This is a Volkswagen Tiguan. I've actually sold this car twice, or well, I guess I've sold it once and now I've got it back. We took it back on a trade, not for any bad reason. We just had something else that the customer wanted, so they came back and bought a second car from us. But this Tiguan, I really like these. It's the 2.0, it's all-wheel drive. It's just a nice running little car. It's nothing crazy. This is a SEL, so it's got the panoramic roof. I don't know if you can see that. Leather, and you know, it's got heated seats and nice backup camera and everything like that. It's just a cool little car. It's black. We haven't done a ton to this car. I think when we had it last time, we put new headlights on it. He had it for maybe a year and a half. We blacked out these wheels when we got it the first time, and it's just a super, super nice little car. These things, I mean, they drive well, they handle well, they accelerate well. I actually kind of like how small this one is. The more recent Tiguans, they actually made them a little bigger, and I don't know. I don't know what the difference is between the Tiguan and I can't think what the one above it is now, Touareg. I can't really almost tell you what the difference is because both of them are almost the same size. Like this one was a lot more compact, so you know, I actually like the size of this one a lot better. All right, this one is not mine. This is a Audi A4. Or this might be an A6. I might have said that too quick. No, it's an A4. So this actually belongs to a friend of mine, and he bought this car blown up. So it needs lots of engine work right now, and Taryn is going to work on it for him. So this one is actually not a lot car, but I will tell you, this is as a business, this is my bread and butter right here. You know, I buy all these other cool cars, but what we sell the most, right there, folks, Audi A4s, right in this year range, right in this price range. Buy them with, you know, stupid problems, and Taryn's just really good at fixing them. They're all-wheel drive. They're beautiful. They're stylish. They got lots of features on them. So I wish this one was mine because it's going to be a really, really easy car to sell when it's done. So I don't know, maybe I'll end up owning it at some point. We'll see. I've bought some other cars from the guy that has it, so once it's fixed, I guess I'll put on my negotiating hat. All right, let's head up to the building. We've done our little tour of Glen Elk before, but here's our main little shop, and then across the street and 2 buildings up, I have a metal storage building. Man, it's really nice to be out here in the decent weather, not be freezing to death or sliding on ice. Look at the beautiful bloom trees over here in Glen Elk. They trimmed all them last year, so they look a little bit funny right now, but as soon as the blooms all grow out, they'll be nice again. All right, I'm gonna cut this off while I get this lock open. All right. Got the gate open here now. Check out the building. We gotta walk around the side here to get to the main door. See my neighbors, which is the housing authority, seem to be getting the roof put on today. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on the roof. Guess they got lots of help for when they get started here. All right, so here's my door. Sorry, can't let you see the code. All right. Inventory update time. Let's get some lights in here. All right. Let's just do a walk around to the building and I'll tell you what we got here. The Rabbit, I think we've talked about this thing on here before. It is Taryn's little race car Rabbit thing. Not really my cup of tea, but super fast. Don't ask me how fast, I don't know about it, but it is a neat little car. I don't think I would fit in it. So, not for me, but super cool. This is Luke's car. It is a Dodge Rampage. I apologize, I don't know what year it is, but once again, something unusual, neat, very fast. Don't ask me how fast, I don't know. The Hummer. The Hummer is currently for sale. If you know me or know anything about me though, you know everything is currently for sale. Everything is always for sale. If you're willing to pay, buddy, you can have it. So, first of all, I love this thing. It has been for sale ever since I completed it, but there's for sale and then there's for sale. I've not put any effort into trying to get rid of this Hummer. We started out the price on it at the ridiculous, you know, what would I be happy at price. I've had it long enough now that I'm starting to think about letting it go. I had bought a boat last summer. You know, we did some videos about that. If you've been watching the channel, you saw the pontoon. And I'm not allowed to tow things with the dealer plate. So I actually registered the Hummer as my own and put my own tag on it and everything so I could legally pull the boat. The boat project didn't work. I mean, I want another boat, don't get me wrong. The one I bought just didn't really have a big enough engine, so now we're boat shopping again for something for this summer, maybe. We'll see what happens. But I feel like I've held on to the Hummer too long. This is supposed to be a business, not a collection, and I like it too much, and I've kind of been ridiculous about it. So it is for sale, for real. I'm actually going to put a price on it where it actually might sell. When I got this thing, we changed out all the lights. That's why these are so dark. Those are LEDs. When they're on, they're easy to see, but they look black when they're off. These lights are aftermarket. These driving lights, fog lights are aftermarket. Lots of stuff got blacked out that wasn't before. This light is aftermarket. I should turn the lights on. You can see how cool they are. How about that? See, nice LED stripe. I think it's super cool, at least. And those look good, and these look really kind of dim in here, but at nighttime they look really nice, even though they're blacked out. And the ones on top up there, they also are LEDs. It looks really slick at night with all these lights upgraded. It really gave it a different look. See, this one's an LED. It's got that one stripe. I'm pretty sure we changed all of them. So these are cool when they go into backup camera. They got the nice white in the middle. Let's see, what else do we do to the Hummer? Let me think. Wheels and tires, obviously. The classic Hummer wheels I actually really like, but the ones I had were corroded to the point that they weren't usable. They were no good. So we went with a Pro Comp wheel. and that's oversized. I forget if it's a 35-inch or a 37-inch tire, but it made the thing higher and it just looks spectacular. The best thing about this Hummer is there's no rust anywhere on the body of this. The only thing that's rusted, I don't know if you can see that right there, these steps are new. I replaced those, but that rock crawler step, I didn't replace those, and there's some rust on the end of those. They don't really do anything. I could just take them off of there. I thought it looked good, but now that it looks rusty, it doesn't look good. So those I need to do something with. So that's I might just cut the end of them off. They're not rusty in the middle. They're just rusty on the ends. So, oh, let's turn the lights off. Inside, I'd put a new head unit in here. I know you can't really see it, but it's a really, really top of the line Kenwood head unit. Has wireless CarPlay, so whenever you get in there, it connects immediately. And it's confusing if you don't know about the CarPlay and the Android, the difference between it being wireless and just being Bluetooth. I'm not saying when you get in, it just plays music like Bluetooth. If you've had Android Auto or CarPlay in your car before, it reacts as if you've plugged it in, like all your apps work and everything. So that's pretty neat. I don't know what that is on there. Anyway. This one. This thing's dirty right now, so don't judge it too much. But this is a 2002 Camaro 35th anniversary SLP built SS. So these aren't really like the SS Camaros now. I hope I don't mess this up and sound stupid, but this did not come from the factory as an SS. It came from the factory as a Z28, and then it went to the SLP plant where they added performance parts. I don't want to go through the list right now off the top of my head what all those performance parts are. It's awesome though. So the wheels are different. The suspension's different. The exhaust is different. It has a Hurst shifter, which is the highlight. The shifter in this thing is just spectacular. It's heavy, and the way it moves, it's just very, very like top of the line. Like the Hurst shifter is amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. But anyway, this thing's really dirty right now. I actually drove it on a couple days when it was rainy and nasty. I shouldn't even have had it out, but it kind of surprised me, and I didn't have anything else to drive. So it got dirty, so I'm gonna have to polish it back up. This car is nearly perfect. It only has 20-some thousand miles. I don't remember exactly, but as far as issues, it really, if you see these wheels, the chrome is going bad. Underneath it's like bubbling. I don't know if that's the wheel rusting or just the chrome going bad. I don't know how to really explain that, but I don't know if there's even enough detail to pick that up. But there's some bubbles on the wheels. The convertible top, I have some dye that I'm going to use to fix it, but you can see there's spots that it's just kind of discolored, I guess, from the sun. But I actually bought some stuff that's supposed to fix that. We'll see if it works. This is not sitting quite right, but once again, I think I can fix that without too much problem. Other than that, this paint has a little spider webbing in it right there. I don't know if you can see that. You see how dusty this thing is when I wipe my finger across it. I'd say somebody sat on here and stretched this paint out and made a little spider web there, but aside from that, this is about as close as you can get to a perfect car that is this old. I mean, it's a 2002. This car is like, I think right around 330 horsepower. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that. I don't have any notes in front of me right now, so that's off the top of my head. But it drives so nice. Like, I'm a big fan of these cars anyway. And it's not that I don't like the new ones, but this, you know, I had a Trans Am. I had a 1995 Formula Trans Am in high school. And this is a little newer than that, being an 02. But the Trans Am I had was 250 horsepower, 240, something like that. This being 330, wow. I mean, it's a big difference. This is a fast car. This is a burnout machine. And I really, really like it. I actually got a couple tasteful graphics to put on it. We'll see. After I bought those graphics, I actually had some second thoughts. So we'll see. I may end up sticking them on there and taking them right back off, but I have a couple things I want to stick on it just to see how it goes. And this one is probably going to get listed on Cars and Bids. I don't know, people watching me, if you know that website. I'm a big fan of Tyler Hoover and Doug DeMuro, and I don't know. I think that's where it'll do the best, so we're going to give it a shot there. Most stuff I sell on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, but this one, because of the mileage and because of what it is, I think it's just a little bit more special, and I think it'll do really well on what I consider a more premium website, and, you know, a fanboy website for people like me. So I guess we'll see. Moving right along. This is a 1996 C4 Corvette. Now this car, even more so than the Camaro, is like showroom quality. When I tell you that, it's hard for me to, what do I want to say? It's hard for me to get that message across to you, what I consider to be showroom quality. Once again, this is a 1996, and I don't know how that paint color comes across on the computer or your phone or whatever you're watching this on, but this red, it just pops. I mean, it looks so good. This guy took amazing care of this car. Sorry, my tool's sitting in there. I don't have the tool. I can't find it. If it's in the car, I haven't found it yet. I'm gonna have to ask the guy I bought it from, the tool for the top. So I got the cheap replacement version there. It's not great. He had these seat covers made, and the seats are actually nice underneath. He just wanted to protect them because he sees all the ones that are, you know, torn up. But if I could tell you folks, I hate to use the word perfect, but this car is spotless. Now, I couldn't resist buying one upgrade for it, not on it yet. So we'll do an update later and I'll show you the results. But I bought a set of C5 wheels. Not anything special, just the base C5 wheels. You know, staggered in size. It's the same size that's on it. If there's one thing I don't like about C4s, I don't really love those wheels. Those sawtooth wheels don't really do it for me. So what I got is just kind of a basic 5-spoke wheel, and I am gonna, you know, take that to the tire shop and get those pulled off and replaced. The only part of this car that's not perfect is this top, and it's rough. You see here, there's a big chunk out of it that somebody's put touch-up paint on. Obviously, if I had to guess, I would say an older person had this car and couldn't handle the weight of this top and has dropped it at least once, if not more than once. So there's a couple marks on this top. However, there's a bright side to that. This car came with both tops originally, and we have in the trunk, I don't know if you can see it right now, I don't have the thing to open it, the transparent top. And the transparent top was completely no good. It was trash, basically. And the guy that had it before me bought a brand new one, which is a huge investment. I mean, we're talking to replace that top. I forget if he told me what he paid. but it's $1,200 to $1,700 because I've had these cars before and thought about replacing them and didn't. And this top is brand new. It's like months old, not years. There's not a mark on it. It's perfect. So the fact that the red metal top doesn't look great doesn't even bother me. I mean, you got the transparent one, which is the cooler one anyway. So it is what it is, I guess. Other than that, I don't want to jinx myself, but like I said, I would call this car perfect and love it. So we're talking like, I think it's 300 horsepower. The only bad side of this one is it's an automatic, and I'm a standard guy. I like driving a manual, but I'll tell you, since I've driven this one, I can live to drive an automatic. It's not so bad. Like, I'm always like stuck up and demand a manual, and that's what I want, but it's not so bad. I've really enjoyed driving this car. It's just a spectacular car. There's really no complaint I have about it. And I got a really good deal on this car. I'm trying to be a better businessman, so it is for sale. I'm not gonna hoard it, but this is gonna be for sale like the Hummer was pretty much. There's not gonna be any big rush to sell it. So somebody's gonna pay what I want, or you're just not gonna get it. That's just how it is. I'm much harder to negotiate with when I like something. So probably what's gonna happen is the Corvette and the Camaro are gonna get listed here pretty soon. And whichever one sells first, the other one is gonna be really, really hard to negotiate for, because I really like both of them. The red paint is much prettier on the Corvette, and let's be honest, it's a Corvette. Camaro is cool, it's not a Corvette. Yeah, so whichever one sells first, but I am a little partial to the Corvette. And also, I bought the Camaro on eBay, and I bought it from a private seller, and the worst kind of negotiation, I really wanted it. So I'm into it for a lot more money than I'm into the Corvette for. So I'm more invested in the Camaro. And the Camaro is a much more valuable car anyway, in this case, because the Camaro only has 20,000 some miles on it. I think it's 22 or 23, I forget exactly. The Corvette has 85. So it's been well used, but it's been as well cared for as it's been well used. So condition-wise, the Corvette's actually probably a little bit better, but the Camaro's got the Hurst shifter, and the Camaro's got, you know, no miles on it. They ain't making them anymore like this one. You know, you can go buy a new one, but if this is the car you wanted when you were that age, that, you know, you were dying for one of these cars, I feel like I have one of the best ones. Like, if this is the car you want, and, you know, us people that are enthusiasts know what we call this one, the Catfish, because the eyes, you know, the headlights, it looks like a Catfish. Catfish Camaro, if this is what you want, it's a running beast. And I'm telling you, I got one of the best ones. Gosh, man, I'm talking myself right into it. See, this is why I'm a bad salesman. This is why I'm a bad car salesman. I should be selling something I hate. I shouldn't be selling something that I get so attached to, because I'm very attached to both of these cars. But I'm not doing a collection here. I'm reviewing cars and selling them is supposed to be the idea. So whichever one sells first, the other one's going to be hanging around. All right, so just for fun, let's do a little comparison video. I want to start both of these cars up and see how they sound. We'll do a little comparison, Corvette versus Camaro. I wish they were the same year. said, we're close. I think 96 and 2002. I guess I'll have to wait until I watch the video later to see how that sounded. It sounded good to me, I just don't know how it sounds on the camera. All right, let's hear the Camaro. Okay. That was not a close comparison to my ears here in the building. Now remember, the Camaro has the aftermarket SLP exhaust. The 96 Corvette has the stock exhaust as far as I know. From my perspective there, we'll see how it sounds later on the camera. Maybe I'll update, but the Camaro sounded amazing. The Corvette really didn't sound that great. I'm kind of surprised. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get the Camaro out here and maybe we'll go ahead and do a little video with it. We'll make this a double feature. Now we are off. A little bit cold. Okay, we probably won't be leaving this top down, but it's the first decent day in a while, so it had to be done. All right. Now you're talking. I mean, the Camaro is not the fastest or the most respected car on the road, but it's definitely up there in the most fun you can have for the least amount of money, if you ask me. And I always think it's, in terms of performance, I don't know. There's nothing you can say when you're talking about comparing it to its competitors. It's not going to make somebody mad, but I always feel like Chevy has a little edge. I'm a Mustang guy too. I love Mustangs, and the Mopar stuff, yeah, I like it too. But there's always going to be the Camaro and the Corvette, and then everything else to me. And that is, I double down on that comment driving this car, because it just, the shifter, folks. I wish every manual transmission I rode in had this combination of clutch and shifter. I don't know, the level of perfection in this shifter, I don't know any other way to describe it, really. You know, I know I just sound like a fanboy, but let me be clear. Remember, this is the special 35th anniversary Perth shifter from SLP. I'm not saying every Camaro is spectacular. I've driven a good bit of them. But I guess I'm more of an advertisement for Hearst now than I am for Chevrolet, because I can't remember. I know we did a video on that V6 Mustang I had too, and the shifter, the Hearst shifter that was in that thing, may have even been a little bit better than this one. Now, it was aftermarket and somebody put a lot of money into it. It was very similar to this one, but I feel like it was even a little more crisp maybe than this one. But still, the clutch in this one feels better. And of course, that one was a V6. So in my mind, my memory, it's hard for me to compare this car to that Mustang because I didn't have a V8 in that. I mean, the V8 in this car, of course, it's the LS 5.7 LS1. Like I told you before when we were back in the shop, I can't remember the exact horsepower on this car, and I was unsure at one point if it had the exhaust or not, because some of the SLP parts on this were optional. And to me, when I first got the car, I really didn't think it had the exhaust because it didn't sound that amazing to me. But since then, two things have happened. I found the sticker. I found online where to look to see what it had, and there's an SLP sticker on the frame on the inside of the door hinge from SLP, and it shows the options it has, and the exhaust headers is one of them. And then, you know, what we just did here on this video a few minutes ago, putting it side by side with the Corvette, that made my mind up. There's definitely no doubt in my mind at this point that this has that exhaust package, because this car should not sound that much better than that car. Side by side, I would think the Corvette would have sounded a lot better. Two unfortunate things. Unfortunately, the place where I usually go do burnouts, the Armory parking lot, there's apparently an event there today, and there's a bunch of cars there, so I can't go over there and act like an asshole. And number two, I didn't pick up my draggy when I left the house. We might go back home and get that, because I really want to get this thing tested and see what it really does. First thing we're going to do, though, projects for the Camaro, we're going to hit the car wash. And it's got a lot of mud on the tires and just on the back bumper where I had it, and like I said, not the greatest weather, so I just want to spray it off real quick, get it back to looking good. Before I had it in the rain, it was very clean, so the way I bought it, I think it had wax on it, so hopefully it comes clean. We'll see. Okay folks, we're back out in the Camaro. We are going to try to get some draggy numbers. Draggy, the problem is it wants everything to be perfect. It wants you to do 0-60 on a flat surface, you know, which I understand. If it didn't do all that, you'd have people posting fake numbers, you know, going downhill or whatever. But I don't know how much you know about West Virginia, whoever's watching, but number one, there's a lot of traffic right now, this time of day. And number two, it's hard to find a flat spot around here. Then we got road work everywhere because it's spring. We're trying to put our crappy roads back together. Put the windows up so it's not so hard to hear me, even though I really want them down. Anyway, so our goal right now is I'm going to drive out to the car auction, walk around a little bit and see what they got. It's the auction Monday, and I feel like I'm ready to buy a couple cars, so just want to go look and see what they have on hand. Like this would be a terrible place to get draggy numbers, because I'm going over this big hump and there's school buses, so I'm going to have a bunch of false numbers basically here. Hopefully, I'm hoping when I get on 79 nobody's behind me and I can come to a stop for a second, just to let the draggy get its bearings and hit a zero, and then I'll bust ass down the exit. The number one thing we have to do in the daytime, on a day like today with a lot of traffic, is be safe, not tick anybody off, and avoid the police. Those are the three most important things. I don't want to get hurt, I don't want to hurt anybody else, and I don't want a ticket. So, those are our top three issues right now. We might even pull into the rest area, because that'd be a great place to hop off from, be able to stop. Because the problem with getting my 0-60 and 0-100 is I need to hit zero. And I need a pretty flat place, or I need like a quarter mile at least. So I really need like a half mile. But anyway, we'll see what we can do here without being stupid. Alright, we're about to get on the exit. So let's see if I can get a clear path here. There's a truck behind me, an 18-wheeler, so he won't be able to make it around this turn very fast. So that should give me enough room behind me to slow down so I can get stopped for a second. And then maybe I can let these cars get away from me if I have long enough. Yeah, see that? Tractor trailer's having to go really slow, so I'm going to have plenty of space behind me. I'm trying to hug up close to this car and ride his ass, so I can make sure they're out of my way. Alright. Let's see if I can get a zero here. Yeah. Okay, I'm stopping. Here we go. Let's let these cars get away a little bit. There's a truck coming. Alright, here we go. Not a great launch at all. Oh, nice heel toe. Oh, God, I'm a good driver. Alright, that's enough. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! It's a lot of car, I'm telling you guys. This car does not get nearly the respect of what it's capable of. Now my wheels bounced when I took off there, so I did not get the kind of number I wanted, I bet. We'll have to look at the draggy here in a little bit and see what we got. Shifted really, really good second, third, and fourth, but just that launch, I didn't do great. So we're gonna have to try that again probably. I think we were far enough away from everybody in every direction too that I don't think anybody even could tell what I was doing. I might just pull off of here somewhere. The problem is it's hard to launch if I pull off. I can't stop in the middle of traffic on I-79. There's just too many cars. Maybe when I get out here to Saltwell, there'll be enough room that I can open it up. The rest area too. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off the rest area, just drive to the other side and see if I can do that again. That was perfect right there because I had plenty of space behind me and in front of me. I don't think anybody was even aware of what I did there. I got up to about 105 and let it go. So that was all of the elements I wanted. I got good takeoff, but I know I can do better because I bounced a little bit. I had the traction control on. I might try it with it off this time, but then again I might get a huge wheel spin if I do that. Nah, I think I'll leave the traction control on. Anyway, we're off the rest stop here, rest area. I'm just gonna cruise through. Place down here the troopers sit all the time. I don't see one right now. I can kind of see down there. I think I'm okay. I can even use this ramp as a launching point here, can't I? I want to get up here where I can see in my mirror what's coming though. Not a very, kind of a bumpy road. That sucks. Alright, let's see what's coming. Alright, I got some room here. Now that was much worse. Let's not even go with that. Let's stop. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, Gary, good launch, good launch. Here we go. Think fast, drive fast. Think fast, drive fast. Better. Feathered it a little bit. Didn't burn my tires like crazy. Saw blue lights back there, but he was on the other side, and I think he was already back there. I don't think he was messing with me. Let's say he was already back there with his lights on. I just didn't see him until I got out there where I could see better. Because once again, there nobody was real close to me, so I don't think any of the cars around me were even much to the wiser what I was actually doing there. I'm gonna get off this exit and go over here to the auto auction. Nothing in particular I want to look at. Just want to go for a walk and see what's going to be available Monday. Those blue lights I saw, I don't think those had anything to do with me. I hope not. Like every policeman in this town is my friend, so I really don't want to piss them off. I actually haven't had a speeding ticket in many years. Many years, believe it or not. Considering how bad I drive, it's amazing, actually. Got the red light here. No blue lights, so he definitely was not after me. He was back at the other rest area. I'm pretty sure he already had a car stopped. It's just the angle I was sitting at, I couldn't see him until I got pulled out. I was a little worried, making sure I didn't see him coming. But I don't, so we're good. He would have caught up to me by now. I wasn't even going fast after he scared me. And I don't know if I got up to 100 there, which I really wanted my 0 to 100 number, but I also don't want to go to jail. So I think I got up to about 90. Just listen to that engine, it sounds so good. I don't know what kind of treatment this car's had in the past, but I gave it the beans a couple times today. Hopefully it doesn't blow up or anything. I don't know if it's used to this kind of treatment. I feel like it's probably been babied for a while. It just has that babied feel to it, like somebody's baby. I feel like it had a name and stayed in the garage. If you're curious about where I am or anything, it's not a secret. I'm located in Clarksburg, West Virginia. My dealership is. My auction that I buy most of my stuff at just because of the convenience. Right here, you know, like literally, I don't know, 5 miles, like 3 exits away from where I live on Interstate 79, there is a pretty damn big auction. I mean, I'm a country boy. I don't know how big the auctions are other places, but this is Joe Pyle auction, and I don't know how all auctions are, but they're I guess as helpful as you can expect them to be. I'm not doing a review of them or anything. I feel like I've got boned a couple times here, but they've all been learning experiences, so I don't know if these times I got boned was my fault or their fault. I feel like they are a little bit misleading sometimes, and some of the rules and stuff are kind of a joke to protect them more than anything. Definitely not to protect the buyer, and they're not to protect the dumb new car salesman who doesn't know anything, car dealer. But overall, what can I say about Joe Pyle Auctions? The guy is obviously a genius. I would call him one of my role models. All right, we're at the auction now. Walking in. I'm gonna try not to be too obvious with my camera, because I don't know if they frown upon that or not. So I'll kind of hold it down to my side here when I walk through the security gate. I figure if it's something that's not allowed, I don't want them to have to tell me not to do it. I'd rather be able to play stupid. I never saw any signs or anything, so I don't think there's a problem. How you doing, man? All right. Let's see what we can see around here. It's a little bit confusing in here sometimes to even figure out which cars are cars for sale, which cars are sold, because I'm here a little bit early. Today's Thursday, the auction's Monday, so believe it or not, that's kind of early. So, I don't know, just walk here and see what we find. I didn't come here to look at anything specific. These cars over here all have plates right now, so I look for a pretty specific kind of car. Probably not what every dealer's looking for, because of the kind of customers I've been dealing with and kind of business I'm doing. I'm looking for something pretty specific. Gosh, man, that is a pretty car. 132,000 miles on a Cadillac. I don't know if that's something I would want or not. But man, that is a pretty car. That is swank. Must be a trade-in. Jenkins Subaru is where it's from. Oh my god, it's a V. Wow. So this is an XTS4V, which I think means it has a honking big V8. Let's just look under the hood of this beast. I'm gonna be honest with you folks. I'm a sports car guy and Cadillac guy, but I've never even seen a V before. Like, this is a completely new thing for me, if this is one. Sorry, I'm holding my camera and trying to look for the hood release, and I'm not doing a very good job. Here it is. Oh no! This is a 3.6 twin turbo V6. So it's basically probably an EcoBoost. Okay. Well, that's not quite as exciting. There for a second I thought it was going to be a big honking V8. Still, man, I don't know. It's a 2016 with 132,000 miles. That's really more miles than I would like to have on a Cadillac. So I wonder if it's actually a V. I'll have to look up my V stats because they put a V plate on the front. But that almost makes me think that maybe this is not a V. I thought the Vs were all V8s. And it is all-wheel drive. I mean, that's a super cool car. Super, super cool. Jenkins Subaru trade-in, I would guess. And Jenkins Subaru is here local. So, I mean, some people see that as a positive if you're buying a local car. I really don't care. I mean, most of the cars at this auction, it seems like, are from Pennsylvania. Now, see, there's something I would love to have. That Dodge Journey 2017 with 72,000 miles. Got darker colored wheels on it. They're like chrome. Well, not chrome. They're like shiny, but they're matte finish, like a satin finish. I really like those. So that's cool. Very nice. Okay, we're going way too slow here. We're not even through the first row of cars. 2012 Buick Enclave, all-wheel drive, 127,000 miles. That's more than I want. What I was trying to say before, when I lost my train of thought, I was distracted by the Cadillac. What I would like, I guess, what my target car is, I like to find things that I can get for, I don't know, let's say about between 6 and 10 or 12,000 on my end. So nothing that I have for sale is more than about 15-ish. So if I do that, I can offer pretty low payments. I get a lot of people with bad credit. I can offer a pretty low payment. And if I have, you know, things in that range that are desirable, I can actually make a pretty decent profit. And they're really easy to sell. When I've had trouble selling stuff is when I get crazy and buy things that are, you know, either too expensive for my clientele or too specific of something that I like. Is always a mistake. That's got, look at that hail damage on this Ram. I don't know how that comes across on the camera, but that thing is beat all to hell. All over, every single body panel. So anyway, the cars I'm looking for, I don't like these real high mileage cars. Now I've made some exceptions and I've done all right with a couple cars. I feel like I've been lucky. But what I'm really looking for, anything from like really as far back as like 2000, more like maybe 2002, but I'd like to have stuff under 100,000 miles and in that sweet spot, like I said, on the price. I'm not seeing anything right now that really piques my interest. That's kind of cool. I mean, I kind of like these weird little square cars. I don't know why, but I do. Never owned one yet. My favorite one is the Honda Element. I look for those all the time. See, there's a Crosstrek. I've never had a Subaru on my lot because they sell for so much. I feel like I'm not getting a deal on anything. A Honda, I might be a little more flexible on the mileage, but 176, I don't really want to go that high. I've had a couple that high, but man, I'm just not used to high mileage cars, and they scare the crap out of me. Here, this is my jam right here. I mean, I don't know how much this thing will sell for, but that is an Audi. What is it, a Q7, I think? Let's see. Yeah, Audi Q7 in black, and it's a T. Don't know what that means. I'd say it's a sport model of some kind. Inside looks pretty decent. I'm trying to listen, folks. I have a really bad. I've had some bad luck at auctions because I get tunnel vision. Especially on auction day. That's why I like being here on a day like today. The auction's not today. Today's Thursday. The auction's not till Monday. So I wanted to come out here and just walk around and see what I see and look at some stuff in a lower pressure environment. This thing needs tires. So I mean, there's probably $1,000. The body. When I say I get tunnel vision, I'm sorry, I'm ADD. I keep changing what I'm talking about. I will miss something like ridiculous. I've done it several times. See, like there's, I don't know if that rubbed something. It's actually plastic, so it's not rust. I'd say they rubbed something. That's not terrible though. That could be cleaned up. You could put a little touch-up paint on it, and it would be hard to recognize if you didn't know it was there. This car is definitely something I'm interested in. 103,000 miles. See, on an Audi, I don't feel so bad about 103,000. Starts right up. Oh, look at the screen pop up. I love that. I mean, it's just like buying a car for yourself, shopping at the auction. Let's see what it's saying in here. It says refuel, 50 miles to empty. It said inspection due. Gosh, man, I love this dash in here. This thing has like a touchpad for the screen. So basic things, just like looking at a car for yourself. The air conditioner works, the entertainment works. That's a tunnel vision mistake I've made before. I bought a Mercedes that the whole radio didn't work, and it was all integrated, and it was just a mess. I'm gonna put this thing in gear. Goes into gear, nice, no problem. Let's just go for a little spin. Cool thing about these auctions, the biggest difference between me as a dealer shopping for a car and you as a regular person shopping for a car, once you get past security here, everything's got the keys in it. Oh my god, this thing's nice. Wow, okay. Hello. I mean, this is right up my alley. Okay, folks, I just noticed something I almost missed. Tunnel vision. Look at that. Can you see that? The window's cracked. That's an example of my tunnel vision. I almost missed that. And this window, I mean, you got to take that into consideration when you're bidding on this car, because it is very high tech, and I'm just betting my ass that there's some kind of sensors in that window. You see there's this big hump up here above the mirror, and you know, there's different levels of what windshields cost. If you have to put a windshield in a Jeep Wrangler, it's not going to hurt you that bad. especially one that doesn't have a bunch of technology. But he had to put a windshield in an Audi Q7 with all these neat features. It might hurt you bad. I don't know how you put this thing in park. Oh, here it is. This is a nice car. Let's watch the screen as I hit the button. Or maybe I have to open the door. Oh, I love that screen. Super cool as long as it works. If it didn't work, oof. So this thing needs a windshield. The whole roof opens on this. I didn't mess with it. That's probably something we should check before I decide if I'm gonna bid on this thing. Let's see this roof open, because if this roof didn't work, that would definitely be pricey. I can't believe this thing doesn't go back automatically. You gotta like hold the button. Yeah, it looks like just the front part opens. I can't believe nothing's automatic. That's so strange to me. You know, that doesn't open as much as I think it should. That's it. I don't know, folks. This is a winner right here. I have a thing for Audis. This one's right up my alley. All right, let me get out of here and start walking again, and I'll start back up. I'm usually not here this time of the week, so it's actually weird to see the lot this empty. But the cars are all over here. They're lined straight up, which is interesting. This is I think I was talking about when we drove in here. I don't know why I got off the subject. I think I stopped to move on to another video, but this is a big auction, I think. Like I said before, I don't know how big auctions are in like bigger cities, but this one's every Monday, and I mean, I don't want to quote their stats, but I'd say there's about 1,500 cars every Monday. This little Mercedes convertible, it's kind of rough, but I see a little potential here. I would replace those headlights. I mean, I'm sure they're expensive. They're probably pricey for a Mercedes, but convertible top. I don't know if that's a stain or what that is. Nice car though. The paint has lots of scratches. Look at that. What is that? Looks like somebody washed this car with an SOS pad. Okay, so I'm out. Never mind, the paint is really bad. And it looks like somebody's rubbed it with something abrasive. I wonder if it's one of these geniuses that goes through the touch car wash. We got one of those fancy new touch car washes here. Actually, there's two of them. There's one in each city. And a couple times already I've heard about people going and punching the general manager. I've actually heard about it 3 times now, because they found a bunch of scratches on their car that weren't there before. And then other people I know are like, oh, I've used it several times and it's not hurt my car. Keep trying. Keep trying. You'll find it. Here's an Xterra. Love these. Xterra looks a little bit rough. Here's a Wrangler that, wow, look at this junk on the front. Like, did you think that looked good? Come on, man. That is terrible. And look at the thing over the window. I mean, you can't even see out the friggin' window hardly. It's got lots of lights, I guess, but oh, it's a Gladiator. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that. I like the color and I like the Gladiator, but I guess I could pull that crap off of there and go find stock stuff. The color's cool. It's actually my wife's new Pathfinder is that color. It almost matches. It's very close. But this is ridiculous on the front. The funny thing is they got this $2,000 bumper, and then they got a traveler winch in there. It's like, if you can afford this bumper, you probably should have gone ahead and sprung for the Warren winch. Never even heard of a traveler winch. This Wrangler has 106,000 miles. I just opened it up and looked. Now I think this one's tasteful. And this is an older one. I like that one. See, I like that light bar. It's okay. It's got a little rust on it. Have to take it off there and do a little work to it. It's got the slanted top, so that's an aftermarket top. I really like the American Racing wheels. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's just a Jeep. I don't know what year it is. I'd say, without me looking at the tags, because I just don't want to take that much time, it looks like an older, it's probably like an early JK, I think is what they're called, like an 07, 08, if I had to guess. Anyway, that one's not bad. We might look for that one in the auction. Another look at it. Not bad. Alright, here's another little group of cars. These are from Kenny Ross. Never heard of Kenny Ross. I don't know where that's at. Not something local. An 04 F-150 with only 68,000 miles. That's too rough for me. I don't even have to look at that one very close. Here's an 08 with 89,000 miles. Silverado. The thing I want to look for on trucks is rust. I don't want no rusty trucks. Yeah. That's not great inside. But it's also not rusty. Oh, wait. What's that? Yep. Fix the rust. Yeah, I don't want that. You can see they fixed the rust and it's already starting to rust back through the fix. This one they actually cut the rust out completely and bolted on the cover. So we don't want that. I don't want anything rusty. Got to be kind of careful around here not getting run over because they are unloading trucks over there. I don't know if you can see, and I'm sure these truck drivers don't want to hang around here too long. They're trying to unload stuff as fast as they can. I don't know if that's the auction staff or the truck driver. Actually, it might be the auction staff. They probably call them out here when one comes. Here's a 2012 Toyota Tundra, 72,000 miles. I don't know if that's rust or dirt. Yeah, it's got like a guard on it, so that might be able to come off. I'm gonna look underneath and see if it's rusty. I don't think it looks bad. Here's a dent that they didn't touch up and it rusted. That's not awful. That could be hidden. Steps. One of the steps is broken off. But those are cheap steps. I mean, that could be replaced. The wheels are ugly as hell. They're like yellow. Taryn could either paint them or I could just get another set of wheels for it though. There's a little X on the headlight. I don't know if that means it doesn't work, but you see his headlights are also glazed, so I'd probably want to put headlights in it because that's one of my things. It really improves the car to put headlights on it. This mirror needs replaced, and who knows how much that costs. It is a heated mirror. I'd hate to see how much this mirror costs. The interior. Oh, smoker. Oh my. Ugh. That's a no-go, bud. That's terrible. If you smoke in your car, just keep it till it breaks down. I don't want to buy it. It's a RAV4 with 124,000 miles. Not bad. Not bad at all. These people actually kept towels on their seats. And they look really good underneath. Doesn't stink. Let's see if it starts. That noise it made when it started, I've learned that's kind of a Honda thing. Taryn has explained it to me why they do that, but he's also told me not to worry about buy every one. I want to see if this back seat is as clean as the front. Sure is. Got 2 sets of mats. Like somebody was really trying to keep this thing clean. That is very positive. I like that. The wheels look like shit, so I'd have to find some wheels for it. And that's a 2011 with 124,000 miles. But once again, Japanese car, I'm a little looser on the mileage. Especially one like this that's so simple. I mean, there's just not, it's not real feature filled. You know, I mean, it's got a decent radio, but it doesn't have a screen. It's an automatic. That's nice. I love the covered spare on RAV4s. I always thought they were cool. There's something there that's been touched up, but it's not terrible. Got a little touch-up job there with the wrong color paint, looks like. This is definitely something I'm interested in. I like that a lot. Stucky as is. 08, 117,000 miles. These things retain their value very well. I'm trying to see, it looks like it's been painted or something. Walk around, not bad. Pretty nice. FJ Cruisers are cool. In my book, they're cool. The problem is everybody overpays for them. I don't know how you open this back door. Maybe it doesn't open on the passenger side. No, it looks like it does. Oh, here it is. Okay. Dirty, but okay. Not bad. Pretty tight back seat. Not great. I like the yellow on the dash. These are cool. It's got a big scratch right here that somebody did a pretty poor touch-up job on. That is going to be on my list. That is definitely something I could bid on. Anyway. Oh, my. Looky here, folks. Mark my words. I'll probably buy this. 07 with 72,000 miles. A4. Yep. Got the soft touch falling off the buttons. Not a big deal, but annoying. I don't know why Germany can build the best cars, but they just can't master painting buttons. Mercedes, BMW, all of them. Starts right up. A little bit old school. We'd probably throw a new head unit in it, give it a backup camera. Sunroof works. Check engine light is on. Windows all work. Check engine light's on, but it sounds okay. I'm really not that worried. I'm buying this. This is mine right here. I had the camera off when I walked up to this car. I just want to show you this hood. I think this must be the best tailgater ever. Look at this. Wow. Terrible. Worst hood chips I've ever seen on a car. That is insane. We'll pass on that one. Here we got trucks and cars that are just lined straight up. Can't get them out to look at them or anything, but I'd say these must have just came off of one of these trucks. They were just trying to get them unloaded as fast as possible. 03 Toyota, what is this, Corolla? 2003 with 103,000 miles. This would be an easy car to sell right here. Nice. Get the one here in the door. Yep, we got that one. I don't know how many miles is on it. What'd I say? 103. $103,000 miles. Okay, it wants the trim. It's an XLE. Between 3,600 and 4,900. Then I could sell it for between 55 and 67. So interesting. Not a whole lot of room on that car. You see the spread at the high end. If I got it to where it looked excellent, the spread's only $1,800 because it's going to go high. Every used car dealer out here is going to want to buy a Toyota Corolla. Camry, I'm sorry, it's a Camry. I thought it was smaller than that. Okay, anyway, we'll keep that one on our radar. Here's a Honda Accord, a 13 with 109,000 miles. Hood's open. Nothing looks crazy out of place. Earth Dreams Technology, iVTech. Okay. Sounds fancy. Not wrecked or anything. Looks nice. This would be on the higher end of what I want to buy. Just because Hondas are so expensive at the auction. But once again though, you gotta think what it'll sell for. This is pretty nice. I could definitely sell this pretty easy. My clientele would eat this up. Everybody smart wants a Honda. They're not the coolest, but they last the best. A Lexus SUV, 17 with 109,000 miles. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like that. I'm not a big fan of these crossovers, but what is happening there? Oh, I guess it's supposed to look like that. Huh. Pretty leather. Very good condition. Very clean. It says window open. I don't know what that means. I don't see any windows open. Some kind of error there. They got that stuff on their floor that's always advertised on eBay. I've never actually seen it in a car before. It is kind of nice, really. Looks way better back here where it hasn't been worn. That's pretty nice. I actually like that. I've always kind of laughed when I looked at it and thought it would be really low quality, but it actually looks pretty decent in there. That would look good in the Corvette. Okay, here's something I love. Okay, here's something I love, but I would be afraid to buy, I think. It's a Fiat 500X. You know, I had such bad luck with that Mini Cooper I had that I don't even think Fiat and Mini Cooper have anything to do with each other. But it looks so similar inside, like the seats look the same. Maybe they build these. I think they might. It's way too similar to a Countryman. Which means I will not even blink at this thing. Because that Mini Countryman I had was maybe the worst car I've ever dealt with. No, Hyundai's the worst. But Mini Cooper is second in the ones that I've dealt with. I haven't had every car under the sun, but ones I've dealt with, stay away from Mini Coopers. Just my opinion. Especially the complicated ones like a Countryman. Maybe the little sporty ones with a manual would be okay, but Countryman, high tech, lots of technology, stay away. Junk, junk, junk. 2012, I think it's a Highlander Limited. I just walked up on this and turned my camera back on. It's like black cherry, dark red, pretty. I was trying to see what this Terry's Auto Sales, where it came from. It always scares me when a little lot is sending a car to the auction. Like, that means there's something terrible wrong with it and they can't figure it out. Because why? Oh, battery's dead, I think. Oh, look, it's got a big screen and a little screen. Well, it's not going to start, but that is really ugly fake wood grain. I love Highlanders. I think they're very nice. I mean, it's not an off-road SUV. It's more a soccer mom SUV, but I like it. Not huge. I don't look at these things very often. I really thought they were a little bigger than that. Boy, nothing. No room in the back. If you got the third seat up, you're not carrying much in there. Alright, I'm kind of in the middle of the desert here, so I'm going to turn the camera off for a few minutes. Oh, wait. Volkswagen. Almost missed it. Blackout Darth Vader special here. 2016 with 65,000 miles. Lots of hood chips. That's not great. Didn't touch them up. They're all rusty. Rub that on something. Window tint. Let's open it up and look through it. Definitely not legal. Gosh, I like that two-tone interior. That's pretty. It's a manual. Look at that. Ooh, I like it. I don't know how you put the seat back in this thing. Oh, the seat is coming apart. I'm not even going to get in this thing because I can see this thing is probably a basket case. And I'd say some kid had it and ran the hell out of it. So let's just keep walking. Alright, we got a long walk, so I'm going to turn this off for the moment. We got a 2017 GTI with 80,000 miles. Nice interior. Manual. Big sunroof in it. Nice. Like that a lot. Love the steering wheel. That's a 2017 Golf GTI. That one's definitely on the list. I don't see any major problems on here. I think it would clean up really nice. Like the wheels. Love GTIs. Like the interior. Looks clean. Volkswagen trick. Very clean. Roadside assistance kit. Amazing that stayed with it. Back seat's clean. Like that a lot. Like that gray. Oh, Subaru BRZ. Nice. Let's walk around it before we waste our time trying to get in it. Cool wheels. Gosh, man, I'm not sure I saw a scratch on this thing anywhere. Some bird crap and lots of dirt. No dents, no rubs. Shoot. Manual transmission. Can I get in this thing? Wow, that's low. How it goes back. Oh, that's back. Oh no, the seat's folded. Let's see. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, here we go. Not sure how to do this. The door's not open all the way, so it's making it a little difficult for me. All right, turning the camera off. Need both of my hands. This thing's a little bit hard to get into, and it needs cleaned up. But it's super cool. 7,000 miles. This is probably out of my price range. This is a 2023 with 7,000 miles. This shifter. Gosh, man. I was just talking so good about my Camaro shifter. Man. Those are such short throws. I don't, for the Camaro, I don't think short throws are what they're going for. But, wow. I don't know how you go into reverse. Oh, this lifts. Okay. Got a backup camera. See when you go into reverse. Cool. Nice shifter. This is basically a little race car. Not super powerful, but super good handling. Let's see if I can get out of here now. It's got to be easier than getting in. Yeah, much easier than getting in. Young life. Don't know what that means. Probably too old to know. That is a very pretty car. Definitely something I don't need and would have trouble selling, but very cool. Let's see, what's next? Mercedes E350. Really good luck selling Mercedes for me. Not had any big problems with them. Always get good deals on them. People don't try to beat me up when they're buying them. It's a new car trade. I don't know where it came from. Trying to look and see if I see scratches. Not really. It's bird poop. Wheels are in good condition. I bought one the other day, Mercedes had 3 wheels that matched and one that didn't, so I had to buy a whole set of wheels for it. That's that tunnel vision I was telling you about. There's like a dent there, but it's maybe something that can be popped out. It's really not bad. Other than that, there's a little ding right there. This is very nice. Right on this ridge, you can see there's a couple chips that could be touched up pretty easy. Ah, look at the beautiful floor mats in the back. Nice car. Like I said, really good luck with Mercedes for me. I know lots of people, once again, just like the Audis in this area, people just seem to be afraid of them. My mechanic, not afraid of them. Puts me in a good position to make some money on them because people want them, for sure. This is an E-Class. Drawer under the seat. That's a great place to put your gun. Starts right up. Sounds good. Nice interior. Really nice interior. That wood is kind of like 3-dimensional. It's pretty neat looking, actually. Let's see if, make sure the sunroof works. There we go. Nice. Let's make sure the radio works. No backup camera. I hate that. Now let's see if this thing works. Got the shade on the back window. I just want to see if it works. Got heated seats. Zone climate control. Let's turn the air and see if it works. Whoa, hello. See, the shade came up on the back window. I had one in one of these cars one time that didn't work, and it was expensive to fix. Oh, it has a backup camera. I just had the radio off. Okay, good. Nice car. Air works. Nice car. Really nice. Love this. So anyway, that's a 2014 Mercedes. 92,000 miles. Like, perfectly right in my ballpark. E350. Got some marks on the bumper. Super nice. And right over here, 10 feet away, is another E350. That one says 4MATIC. I don't know, was this one all-wheel drive? Did I miss that? No, it's also 4MATIC, so they're both all-wheel drive. I've not had an E-Class, I've had all C-Classes. So, I know these are a tiny bit more. This one's dirty, but gosh, it's clean inside. Wow, beautiful car. Beautiful car. This one's got 109,000 miles. This one's an 11, so it's a little bit older. I wouldn't mind having both of those, I gotta tell you. This one, the seat is coming apart in. Common Mercedes problem, unfortunately. Let's look at this one too. What the hell? So this one you actually put the key in it. Starting right up. Sounds good. Oh, look at that. When you pull that wood out all the way, you see that the wood's actually faded. Wow. I thought it was supposed to look like that. But when you see it back here, wow. That doesn't look great. That's not very pretty. It works. It has a backup camera. This one being a 2011, I was actually thinking it probably wouldn't. So that's nice. Actually looks exactly like the other one. It's a couple years older, so. So there works. Yeah. Sunroof works. Yeah. Man, that thing's got some cold air. That's another super nice car. I'm really shocked that wood grain is faded that bad, but other than that, you know what I love? Hood ornaments. Why do they get rid of hood ornaments? Love them. We got a black Nissan Frontier, 137,000 miles. I don't know what year it is. It's actually really close to this other truck, so I don't want to really climb in there. I'd say it's a 14 or 15 probably, but that one's definitely gonna be on my list. I like it. 51 to 63. So, yeah. It's had something scrape it on the bottom, but it didn't go all the way through, so it might buff off. Back's got a couple scratches, nothing serious. I mean, this car would clean up really nice. The wheels look like trash. We'd probably have to paint the wheels. That's a nice car. Nice spread on these. And being a West Virginia auction, I feel like I'm one of the only people that wants to buy German cars. So they don't go high. God, look at this thing. This is out of my price range, but there's a 2023 Lincoln Aviator with 3,000 miles. That is stunning. Look at those wheels. This must be like 22s. Oh my gosh. That, folks, is a beautiful car. I mean, so this is out of the price range of me and the people I sell cars to. These are the cars I'd like to be selling. Just not the clientele I have. Gosh, man, that thing's nice. Wow. That is high end. You know, I'm looking at BMWs or Mercedes all the time, and that Lincoln Aviator is nicer than all of them. That is probably one of the prettiest cars I've seen in a while. Those wheels, what is that? How big is it? 22. Jeez. I wonder what a set of those suckers cost. It's a nice car. Interested. 2013 Honda Cross Tour, 115,000 miles. I'm running out of battery, so I'm not going to be slow. All right, I killed my GoPro. I had to switch back to my phone. Almost out of battery here. Just walking back to the car. Must have got at least 2+ miles in. Anyway, back at the Camaro now. we're gonna make this the end of the video. I don't know, maybe I'll do something cool in the editing. I don't know what order this is even gonna end up in, but hopefully I can make a cool video out of everything I got today. We might put a little more mileage on the draggy here now that maybe traffic's calmed down a little bit. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hoopty in the hills.